Happy Hour History. Hey everybody, Kim McCann, program developer at Prairie here. Welcome to this special Cinco de Mayo mini episode of Happy Hour History. It's Cinco de Mayo. Are you celebrating today? Do you know why you're celebrating? No? Cinco de Mayo is not Mexico's 4th of July. In fact, Mexico has its own Independence Day. It's September 16th. What we're really celebrating when we celebrate Cinco de Mayo is this. Back in 1862, while America was embroiled in its own civil war, Emperor Napoleon III of France landed troops in Veracruz with orders to march toward Mexico City. It was his hope that they could establish a stronghold in Mexico City and then possibly gain back some of that land his famous uncle lost in the Louisiana Purchase. But before the soldiers could arrive in Mexico City, they were stopped in the city of Puebla. And it was there that a small ragtag group of soldiers, led by young Mexican General Ignacio Zaragoza, stopped the French dead in their tracks. It would be a full year before the French would rally again and gain a foothold in Mexico. The Mexican army was largely Unionist. They felt a kinship to the abolitionists who were fighting to end slavery because they had suffered slavery under Spanish rule themselves. Stopping the French soldiers before they could reach Mexico City was pivotal. Once there, the French intended to set up trade with the Confederate Army. The cotton embargoes, the shipping embargoes put in place by Abraham Lincoln, meant that cotton was very scarce in Europe. The Confederate Army needed artillery, which the French Army had. So really, if we think about it, that Battle of Puebla actually probably helped to ensure a Union victory. Now, if you are celebrating, how are you celebrating? Likely it's with a margarita. Margaritas today come in all flavors and all mixes. You can get them with strawberry or watermelon or blue raspberry, or you know how I feel about drinking blue things. Anyway, what we're going to do today is talk about the history of the first margarita and mix one up. Now, there are lots of different stories about where the margarita was first concocted. One even includes Winston Churchill's mother having a hand in it, but we're going to go with probably the most likely story. In 1938, at his restaurant Rancho de Gloria, Carlos Danny Herrera mixed up a drink for a kind of picky patron. Her name was Marjorie King, and she was an aspiring actress, and she was apparently allergic to all alcohol, except for tequila, but she couldn't stomach drinking it straight. So, using the customary components of a tequila shot, Herrera mixed up a drink and added Cointreau to it to quell the bite of the tequila. He added shaved ice, poured it into a glass with a salted rim, and the margarita, or Marjorie in Spanish, was born. Now, Herrera's recipe is very simple. In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, or actually 3, 2, 1. Because that's how the drink is made. 3 ounces of tequila, 2 ounces of Cointreau, and 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. Add ice, shake it up, and pour it into a salt-rimmed glass. And there we have it, the original Danny Herrera margarita. Let's see how it tastes. Got quite a bit of salt on that one. I don't normally salt the rim of my glass, but I'm gonna just move this to the side. That's really good. It's not gonna be sweet and cloying like most margaritas. If you go to a restaurant and get a blended fruited margarita, you taste the tequila, so use a good quality tequila. And you can add fruit if you want to, but this is the original. It's very refreshing and a wonderful way to celebrate. So, salud and happy Cinco de Mayo.